Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss some insider trader allegations around the Don't token that we talked about yesterday. We're going to talk about metals and commodities continuing their outperformance and some IPO news in addition to predictions for Q1 in the crypto market. Thank you all for listening in. Thank you for joining us. If you're listening over on X, give us a like, comment, retweet, push us out there in the algorithm. If you're listening to us over on YouTube, let us know what you want to talk about today. Drop some comments in there. Same thing if you're over on Zora, where we stream each and every day. Drop a comment. We'll be checking Zora comments as well. I'm joined today by Easy. Easy, how you feeling this morning? A little Friday action.
I'm alive and well. Alive and well. Give me 2 seconds, though. I got to actually go open up my gate. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'll
all
be
good.
right back.
I'm going to do a little solo weather report while Easy is out and opening up his gate. I'll pull him off. I'll pull him back on when he comes in. But we can knock out a little bit of a weather report here while we're waiting, and then we can get into the show as he comes back. So let's go here. A little music going on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, January 23rd. The majors pulled back slightly on the day. Bitcoin sitting just above 89K. Ethereum at 29.29. Solana at 126. Hype down to $21.43. Over the last 24 hours, it was a busy day in IPO land as BitGo's IPO went live, currently trading at $18.49, up slightly from its $18 price. News also broke that Ledger is looking to IPO at a $4 billion valuation. This is 3x their 2023 valuation. Next up, traditional finance continues to adopt crypto as $4.7 trillion asset manager UBS Group is planning to offer cryptocurrency services to their clients. And finally, commodities continued their runs as silver and gold hit new all-time highs. Silver's knocking on the door of $100. Gold almost at $5K, but it doesn't stop there. Uranium, $86 local high since 2024. And platinum hits a new all-time high of $26.50. That is all from the weather report. Back to us in the studio. Excellent timing as well, as Easy is right back in the house. How you feeling?
I'm kind of tired, right? How are you?
That was like a pretty impressive time. Like if we did like it's probably like what, a 50-yard dash at least that just happened?
No, I just need to walk over to my garage and press a button.
Ah, okay. That's not as bad. I'm like picturing you like running down your driveway, like opening up a gate, a horse running by you while you're doing it. Maybe you ride the horse back into the house.
Nah.
Oh man. Bullish news for our Don't token. Price is up. Bearish news. Apparently, insiders were profiting off of this one. Did you see the allegations on X for this?
No. Yes.
That's the right one.
Yes.
Basically, some like really suspicious wallets that have interacted like with DFDV in the past, like hold a bunch of it and have profited a bunch of it. Things that have had like direct activity with the DeFi Development Corp validator. Made profit. Someone turned $4.1 thousand into $1.13 million.
Wait, this is your wallet, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm the DFDV insider. I've been moonlighting over at DeFi Development Corp, stacking the Solana.
Well, it happens. I respect it.
Yeah, 4.1K to 1.3 million.
Damn.
This is probably the guy who pitched the idea. The intern who pitched the idea in the boardroom is like, hey, why don't we launch a meme coin and put it on our balance sheet?
What could possibly go wrong here? Why would this be a bad idea?
Yeah. Cooked on this one, though. Let's look at a little P&L here. Up 4 SOL. We put 5 SOL in it yesterday.
That's nice.
I basically sold off the entire initials that take profit that we had said on the show hit.
It was good comms.
Yeah, over here. So great work, Easy, on this one. Anyone else? A nice little 2x from where we talked about it yesterday. I don't know how much longer this is going to last, to be honest.
Like, don't or memes?
Don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I'm thinking about cutting out here and just taking the win as opposed to just bag holding the profit. I think today is going to be a big day to.
Why not just take profit?
Why not just take profit? All right, we just took profit. Thank you, Easy. And then we'll find the next play. I guess I wouldn't be buying Don't here at 26 million. Why am I holding it?
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough. The more sound minds prevail there. BitGo's IPO went live, 1850. It's trading at right now, up slightly over its initial price of $18. Trying to find a market cap for this, but I don't see one. I'd be interested to see like what the valuation is on this, because we do have the news that Ledger is also looking to raise an IPO, and 4 billion seems like a very massive valuation for a niche company like Ledger. I don't know what like the thought process is here. And just like gut reaction, seeing this morning was like this seems high. But they're working with some big names: Goldman Sachs, Jefferies, Barclays, to list in New York. This is 3x the valuation of their last raise, valued at 1.5 billion in 2023. 2023 though is like bear market territory. You weren't getting those crazy 2021, 2020 valuations that were popping up. So like the 1.5 billion, more muted than some other like valuations that have been kind of crazy. Like if you saw like what Yuga was raising at, and you were comparing that, and you said they 3x that to today, it popped some eyeballs. But a bear market valuation of 1.5 billion going to 4 billion isn't quite as crazy as that, but still 4 billion for me feels a bit high for this, because I mean how niche is it? Like it's a hardware crypto wallet manufacturer. Most people, I feel like most people on crypto Twitter aren't using Ledger products. Like, are they going to be able to expand into the retail space and grow? I don't know, but we'll see. They've continued to experience data breaches and stuff, which kind of hurts when you're backed on security. But want to surface this news. I like to see additional IPOs coming in for crypto native companies. It kind of shows adoption is continuing. Moving on, we can talk a little bit about metals. I want to pull up TradingView and see what exactly is going on with all of the metals who have been continuing to hit all-time highs. I know we were knocking on the doors of some big milestones for silver, gold, etc. Silver was knocking on $100. Currently almost there, basically at all-time highs right now, 99.63. This chart has just been absolutely nuts. Over Christmas, I was talking to like extended family, and one of the older guys was like really happy about his silver purchase. He bought it at like $60, and it was at like 75 or something like that at the time. And he was like super ecstatic about it, and we're like, well, yeah, I guess you got a nice like 50% gain on that. Like, how much higher is it going to go? And he's like, oh no, this thing's going way over 100. So I can't wait to see him again and congratulate him on the trade. 2x on a precious metal in a 1 month period is a pretty wild place to be. Zooming out on the silver chart for the 1 week, I mean, this thing's just absolutely parabolic. And 2 weeks ago, I said, like, I can't buy this. Like, it has to stop at some point. And then we continued this upward grind. Gold, very similar. 49.44 right now, pulled back slightly from its all-time high, just at 49.67, basically really approaching that 5K mark weekly on this. Also pretty crazy. Just an insane uptrend starting all the way back in 2022. And we've basically just completely taken off. We were at 1680 in 2022 when we hit this local bottom, and we turned around a downtrend. So 1640 even to 5K in the span of 2 years on gold. Absolutely wild stuff here. Continue to watch this. Hopefully we can see a similar run for our crypto, for Bitcoin, over a long enough time horizon. Weekly on Bitcoin still looking pretty bullish in like an overall macro uptrend, but we've been in this chop range that we've been talking about forever. We tried to break out last week, closed below on Sunday, and now we're basically at the moving average between these ranges, 94 and 84, sitting just under 90K. Seems to be where we live, and it seems like the play has been long 85K and short 95K every time it hits. So matter of time before we chop. I want to look at this and figure out the last time we kind of had Bitcoin in this like 10% range for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks in a row. It's a pretty impressive like ranging period. I mean, we did have this, I guess 2024 last year. So we had a similar range from basically March of last year all the way through October, where we were sitting between 54 and 74. I mean, that's a bigger range, but it was a longer range period. We'll have to see. We'll have to monitor it, but the play right now has just been, trading whenever you hit either side of this range. Easy. I'm talking about the range we've been in Bitcoin for like 2 months now, and like how much longer we think this is.
We're never breaking this range. Embrace it. This is the price action forever.
This is Bitcoin's true value forever. Somewhere between 84K and 94K.
That's it. Just somewhere tucked up in there for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the move is going to happen at some point, and it'll be violent. It's just a matter of hopefully to the upside, not to the downside.
I mean, yeah. What happens if it just nukes?
It wouldn't be great.
It would actually be bad.
I think I lean towards we're going to get a nuke before an all-time high. So
really?
Continue to hold capital on the side. Yeah, I think so. I think we see 60K before we see an all-time high. Not ideal, but I lean that way. Yeah, I'm getting more and more concerned about quantum every day. So that's kind of where my headspace is on Bitcoin. We had some clarification from Dan Romero, co-founder of Farcaster. He basically let everyone know that I'll pull up his tweet so we don't have to paraphrase it. I'll just read the tweet out here. Given some rumors, wanted to post a few clarifications. Farcaster is not shutting down. The protocol works and will continue to work. There were 250,000 monthly active users in December and over 100,000 funded wallets. The acquirer, Nanar, is a venture-backed startup and plans to shift Farcaster in a more developer-focused direction. As for Merkle, we're planning to return the full 180 million raised back to investors. Over the last 5 years, we tried to be a good steward of investor capital. Finally, I bought my house with Coinbase IPO proceeds. So Farcaster gets acquired. He's basically saying, hey, they're not shutting down, they're shifting focus. And he finds the need to like respond to the haters of like calling him out for buying a house. And he says, I bought that with my Coinbase IPO proceeds, which is a pretty wild thing you have to do to explain on the Time House.
I mean, to be honest, though, it's like a lot of people get those exits and then just immediately go and spend like absurd money, and it leaves kind of the users that just feel like shit, like, oh, well, I'm the reason you have this money.
Kobe's comment here might be my favorite. How come you didn't give your Coinbase IPO proceeds to Farcaster users? Coming in from the top rope. And I think Gabe Haynes had a funny video as well on this. But yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen with Farcaster. We talked about it yesterday. Base apps continuing to struggle a bit. Would love to see more action on chain. Hopefully, they're at least watching what's happening on chain. I saw a post basically saying like Jesse Pollock has been telegraphing like trade on base, build on base, post on base, and you're going to be rewarded multiple times. So while we are seeing like some of these apps wind down, get acquired, I think there's still asymmetric opportunity to be participating on base. I think the easiest ways to do it, like we were saying, Farcaster is like the easiest way to do it. So it'll be interesting to see like how they're positioned with the new owner now, and how they're positioned in terms of like how Coinbase views them. But I think Farcaster activity is still important. I think Zora activity is important. If you don't have a Zora account, create a Zora account, launch a token. If you're somebody, make an alt account, launch a token, like post a couple pieces there. Like having activity on chain for the apps that they value, I think is going to be very valuable going forward on base in terms of like a potential airdrop. So there's a lot of zero cost and just like slight effort things you can do to be eligible for something like a base token. So just want to keep that in everyone's mind as we're continuing to see maybe some FUD around the ecosystem.
Are you farming it?
I mean, I'm trading on Zora. I'm posting on Farcaster every once in a while. Like, I'm not like doing any kind of like crazy trades. I mean, I I, I could see myself doing some like LPing on Aerodrome. Maybe that's something I need to do like a little bit more of, just to like touch that a bit. I've done some swapping on Aerodrome, but just basically what I've said, like those low cost, no cost interactions with the chain. Speaking of L2s on Ethereum, MegaETH launched their global stress test yesterday. Basically, there's a native bridge you can stress test on MegaETH. Faucet for public sale bidders, fluffle holders, community chats. There's a couple different games you can play, and basically they're pushing the chain out. It's been open for like developers at this point, mainnet. So like developers have been building.
The thing with Euphoria.
What's up? Yeah, it says Euphoria on it. I don't know like what the status is, like what you can access and what you can't. Like this is on my list of to do this weekend, is to get into some of this MegaETH stress test. Potentially getting snowed in this weekend. So I went out and bought a generator yesterday.
Did they have them in stock?
I got the last one. So this is a pretty wild story. Like the show ended, and I was like looking online, like Home Depot and Lowe's. I was like, oh man, it says like there's like 5 left in stock at Home Depot. So like I run over to Home Depot, the aisle that the generators are in, it's like blocked off, and there's like a forklift there. So I like kind of like flag him down and sneak in, and opens up the cage, and there's like one generator left, and it was like the one I needed. So I grabbed it, ran away, left my phone in the aisle, couldn't find my phone for 15 minutes in the store. Eventually get it found, returned it. And as I'm walking out, people were like trying to buy the generator off of me.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah, they were like, "We'll give you like $200 more than you paid for it." I was like, "Nah, I need this. Like, I need to be able to trade my meme coins in case we lose power."
Yeah, what's the Wi-Fi situation gonna be? You got Starlink?
No, I mean, I would hook up the Wi-Fi stuff to the generator. Little FiOS. I mean, as long as like FiOS like infrastructure doesn't go out, we'll be fine. Like if FiOS does completely go out, yeah, the internet's gonna be wrecked. But we'll see what's happening. 1 foot to 2 foot of snow. It's gonna be interesting. Haven't had that much snow here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like 2 feet of snow is actually insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty psyched to play with my daughter in 2 feet of snow. Not as psyched to have to deal with like the shoveling and power outage potential.
Yeah, don't you have to clean that, Ray?
Clean what?
The shovel?
Clean the shovel?
No, don't you have to like shovel? Like, aren't you gonna be the one that has to clean the snow?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shovel. I was thinking about getting a snow blower too, but I passed on spending another $800. We'll see how much I regret that on Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna play a part. Yeah. That's definitely gonna play a part.
We'll see. Yeah, I do have cell service too. So Jay Skeezy's pointing out if your neighbor loses power, your internet's out, buddy. I do have cell service and I can tether. So we'll see how.
You should just get Starlink, you know?
Just quick, yeah, just grab Starlink real quick and set it up. You have Starlink?
It takes 30 seconds to set up. Pretty good.
You have it?
Uh-huh. I don't use it. I just have it as like a backup Wi-Fi.
That's smart.
Yeah. It's like $100 a month. I was just like, whatever, if I ever need it. And it's a smaller one, so you can travel with it.
No chance of spending $100 a month on backup Wi-Fi.
Well, I like it for traveling. Like anytime we go somewhere, I can bring it.
That makes sense. That makes much more sense.
Yeah, it's like the small one, so it doesn't get like the full gig up down, but it gets like 500 megabytes, so it's like good enough to do stuff.
Yeah, be tough to stream with that to do the show.
Yeah,
but, yeah, good for like just like being connected, I suppose.
Being able to be online.
Yes, sir. What we got on the prediction market side? Anything cooking over there on Polymarket? You doing any trading, any news with the app, anything popping up that's been interesting?
I've been following the Logan Polymarket again. I'm interested. I'm also interested in the Alex Honnold free solo of Taipei. because there's a few markets on that. Taipei 101. You have what will be said during it. You have what else is on there? The how fast. Bless me. The how fast is interesting.
So which one will he do it? What will be said?
What? Where did I? Oh, climbing. Here we go. Free solo. There's a whole free solo market. I'm just gonna go free solo.
Okay, here we go.
Because for some reason this third market doesn't pop up.
How long will it take?
Yeah.
So what's your thought process?
He did El Capitan, which is a higher and much more difficult climb in 2 hours. So you're kind of betting on either an hour 15 or an hour 30, right? Like between 1 hour and 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's 61% chance you could take both of those. I don't think he does it on the low end, 1 hour to 1 hour 15. But I mean, honestly, you could take those 4 middle ranges, 1 hour to 2 hours, and make money.
30, 60, 70, 80, 87, 88 cents. So if you think it's going to take 1 to 2 hours, you get 88 cents. You can make a little bit there. If you think it's going to be in this sweet spot here, 60.
You got 14%.
You're making 66% if you just take these two favorites.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, yeah, I almost say you hedge out with the two extremes, the 1 hour 15 to 130 the 1 hour to 1 hour 15 and the 145 to 2 hours, and you predominantly take the middle. So you can basically try to figure out a way to arb it where you get like a fairly low risk for a higher upside.
Makes sense.
That's what I like though, because there's like math that you could do on this to figure out like what the best edge is for it, right?
And is this a show or is this a live thing going on?
It's a live on Netflix.
Netflix live stream tomorrow. Oh, today.
Today. Yeah.
What happens if he doesn't make it?
If he dies?
Or doesn't make it up the mountain.
Oh.
That would be one.
There's a 95% chance. It's not even a mountain, by the way. It's a building. It's the tallest building in Taiwan.
Okay.
So he's climbing it today. There's a 95% chance he completes it. There's a market for that as well.
Not completed. All right. So there's a not completed option. That makes sense.
Oh, no, it's tomorrow. It's on Friday. Sorry. Friday, February 23rd. 8 p.m. Eastern time.
January 23rd is today.
Oh, yeah. Today's Friday. Yeah.
Today's Friday, January 23rd.
I thought today was Thursday. I'm all over the place.
Let's go. You teleported into Friday. Gotta love that. Pikachu Illustrator price. Over 8 million. What's this trading at now? I'm curious.
Pretty damn close to that.
And this closes in like
a month,
23 more days.
It's insane, dude.
48 bids. Hasn't been a bid in 9 days. Last bid was 5.
Yeah, it closes February 15th. I think they do it. I think they gas this thing.
I should have put more on, or I should have put something down on greater than 7 mil. Because this was pretty. I mean, this is at like below 60% for like initially. What was this card? Like this was like free money. 8 million even was free money. Because with this sort of market that has this much volume on it, $6 million worth of volume and order book liquidity on all of these different markets, like you can game it, or you're just taking these like absurd yeses from the jump and make back some of that.
So that's what I do in Netflix markets. I know when they drop every Tuesday between 3 and 4 p.m. Like I got the WWE Unreal Season 2 top Netflix show at 55 cents. And it's now trading at less than 1%. The no is 99.9.
Do you ever think about putting bids on like into the market immediately? Or like is
that's what I do
when they launch?
I put bids and I watch the order book. If someone then lists something that I feel is mispriced, I hammer it.
That's pretty sweet.
Because I have some decent pulse on this market. That's the thing now, is like I have a decent enough pulse to take a swing on some of this stuff and feel confident in it. You know what I mean? That like for me, why would I not just trade these? Like,
Yeah, I mean his and hers. Like this was the top show in your algorithm from the beginning, you could have traded it 43 to 91.
his and hers, yeah, right at the start. You could have got it for 60 cents day one. It immediately was the favorite though. That was the hard part. Was like when stuff moves that hard, I almost get worried about like something else popping up. The Skyscraper Live is at 27% right now for number 2. Agatha Christie's 7 Dials, which I got smoked on last time, is at 33. So I'm not touching that. Just because I don't want to trade it. But yeah, there's like I knew The Rip was gonna be the number 1 movie too. And that basically opened up at 90 though. Like you also have to be okay not getting bids in. Because like The Rip, if you look, The Rip opened and just skied to 89 cents.
You had how much time did we have here?
There was no liquidity though. That was the difference. You couldn't even get I had bids sitting from 60 to 75 cents and I could not even get filled. And then I'd missed that dip. I should have left the bids because that dip would have got hit.
Right. Once you're confident, yeah.
You should just let the bids sit. So like even if you don't get filled, who cares?
Number 2 is interesting. Skyscraper Live making a run.
It's because Agatha Christie's got such low viewership last week. It came in 4th, which means 2, 3, and 4 were extremely close with 1122, American Boy, the comedian special, and then Agatha Christie were all basically neck and neck. So if Skyscraper Live gets 2 to 3 million views, it'll win. Which is why I'm like, I don't want to trade this because predicting live events is really hard. You don't know how many people are actually going to give a shit about this.
You take the yes on here, and then like whatever scenario is like expected on the time market, because like there's some like weird that happens on it, like this is gonna skyrocket. Doesn't do it, or there's like a big issue or something.
Yeah, or if something maybe falls, like something crazy happens, the views will surge, and people will then go and rewatch it. So it's like
yeah, like I don't know how your algorithm is going to like take into account something like that. I almost like a flyer on that as number 1 TV show. Is that crazy? Like you have some like
there's no shot against number 1. Like actually no shot.
You don't think so? Like something
His and hers last week had, I want to say like 19 million views. And even with a 55 or even 45% decay, which is like what I factor in, you're looking at, so last week it had 29 million views. If you take 25 to 30% of that being US, you're looking at 9 to 10 mil. Take a 55% decay, you're looking at like 4.5 to 5 mil. There is, in my opinion, no shot that you get higher than that on this Taipei climb. Like, I think there's a less than 0% chance.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like it has the most viral potential to like have a breakout if something crazy happens there. But yeah, Easy's dog doesn't like this thesis. Oh man. All right. So we looked at Netflix shows, markets. We looked at the Pikachu card. I'm curious about the Charizard card too.
It's probably gonna sell for over $1 million.
So taking a look at this, this one's like, I mean, this one has a good amount of volume on too. This like, and with a lower price, like this feels like it's even easier to manipulate upwards. Yeah. So like greater than 1 million. I think this includes the fees. I think I like greater than 1 million.
It does include the fees.
Yeah, I like greater than 1 million here at 33% as a flyer. Kind of for the same reasons we just talked about on the main card. This thing's currently at 470,000, which is 582,000 with the buyer's premium. Haven't been bids in 2 weeks though, so we'll see what happens. If that Pikachu card runs up, this one could be interesting as well because it does like kind of share like the meta with it, and that it's a Logan Paul broke.
The Logan Paul break or whatever is giving like a level of inherent value that people like.
Yep, exactly. You say, oh, this is the Logan Paul card. It's just going to have that. I think that like matters somewhat in sports, and like card collection. Like when you have a card that is like, it's essentially a 1 of 1, rather than just another Charizard at this like Gem Mint 10, which I don't think there are many anyway. But having the pedigree behind it makes it a little interesting. Anything else on the prediction market side?
That's mainly it. Nothing too crazy.
Gotcha. Not a ton of other news. I'll run through some quick hitters real quickly. You can find all these on dailybones.com. Subscribe to our daily newsletter to get all of the crypto information up to date in your inbox Monday through Friday, and a little weekend recap as well. Some quick hitters include Kansas proposing their own Bitcoin reserve, Binance partnering with World Liberty Financial for a USD1 WLFI token promotion. A man in New Jersey was sentenced to 12 years in prison after using Bitcoin to pay Chinese fentanyl suppliers. Fund manager cash hits new all-time lows, and we talked about it earlier on the show. MegaETH's stress test went live. That's all. Check out dailybones.com for this free newsletter sent to your inbox each and every day. I don't know what else there is to talk about, Easy. Anything you want to chat about before we roll? Anything you're trading? Anything you're looking out for today?
No. I'm just kind of still looking at memes. Yesterday was decent. Don't kind of brought some traction to the trenches. So kind of just seeing what's happening. Seems like we're kind of moving away from some AI stuff to like animals and stuff. We'll see what happens. It's been fun to just keep tabs on it.
Yep. Personally, for me, looking ahead to next week, hopefully we get more answers in the macro next week. We're going to have FOMC. So that'll be a big one next week. Keeping an eye on that. But that's going to do it for today's show. A little short one today on a Friday. Thank you all for listening. It's been another wonderful day. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. You can catch us on YouTube and Zora as well, where we stream each and every day. Thanks again for